50 Shades of Flat Dark Earth, the SCAR-17S, coming up. Hey guys, I'm Johnny with PewPewTactical.com, your definitive source for gun reviews, gear guides, and all things that go bang. Today we're taking a look at the big one. It's the FN SCAR-17S. I finally got my hands on one. I'm going to tell you all about it. I get it out to the range, I show it to you up close, and I help you decide if you should risk a divorce by spending this much on a single rifle. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Hey, if it's your first time here, we always put a ton of stuff right down below for you to check out, including a link that's gonna jump over to our website. You know what I'm gonna say, once you get on our website, we have an article on this rifle, so look up above and down below. There's a lot of stuff in this one to help you out in the bang department, so check it out for yourself and see what you think. Okay, so here is the SCAR-17S. And yeah, let's go ahead and get it out of the way, y'all. Yes, the stock looks like an Ugg boot. Let's all chuckle together about it, LOL. It's made in the US by FN, and the 17S was designed as a battle rifle for the US Special Operations, and today it's used by the US Armed Forces and 20 other countries worldwide. It's a gas-powered semi-automatic beast that fires the heavy hitter. It's the 7.62x51. Now, most folks call this round the 308. Y'all can have fun down in the comments section debating the differences between those two. Behave, y'all. Unloaded and without glass, it weighs in at about 8 pounds, and the ergonomics, I'm gonna say, are really cool on this one. Everything is just big and chunky, but the controls, I'm gonna call fairly familiar, although you're gonna need monster fingers to reach out to the bolt release. Look at that index finger stretch here. Now the cool thing is the controls are all ambidextrous, and you lefties can move the charging handle to the other side, no problemo. And as far as aesthetics, I know some folks don't like all the different colors, but I think this is one of the best looking rifles on the market. The branding is unobtrusive, it's clean looking. Overall, I think it's fantastic. I like how it looks. Okay, let's talk about MSRP, and let's all take a deep breath. Right now it's $3,569, but that's the MSRP. Street price right now can be much, much higher, at least right now. All right, so why the 308? Well, it's a whopper of a round. Here it is compared to the 5.56. Think about the 308 as a tool for shooting at a target through literally a car door. Yeah, it's got a lot of punch to it, and I personally think everyone should have a 308 in their personal arsenal. Now, as far as the trigger, I genuinely don't have an opinion on it. It works great, but it's nothing to write home about. Sort of, from me, a non-event on the trigger. Up front is a series of quad rails so you can add accessories. Here's a Noveske barricade support that I've added to mine. Okay, let's get out to the range. For this test, I used Sig Sauer Elite ammo, nothing but the best here. I loaded up and I lit a rip. Without exaggerating, this thing runs like a Ferrari. I really don't know what to compare it to because it's unlike any other rifle I've ever worked with. Now, this is really no surprise, as the SCAR is the most reliable rifle that the US military has ever tested. Now, charging it is smooth and it all just runs like a sewing machine. I sort of assumed that running it would be a beast, like a beast on my shoulder to handle it, but it is not. The weight eats up the felt recoil, and it's genuinely a pleasure to shoot. Now, I had zero issues. The gun runs, and it should, especially at this price point. It's a zero hassle platform. Now, it comes with iron sights already built onto the rifle, and I'm gonna call them fantastic. But I also added the Romeo and Juliet red dot magnifier set. They're my favorite combo right now, and I'm gonna have a link to them in the article, so check them out for yourself and see what you think. Now, as far as accuracy, this thing is unequivocally a 1,000-yard rifle. That's been proven for the last decade in the special operations. The SCAR in the right hands, I'm gonna call it stupid accurate. Now, I didn't go out for this test past 200 yards, and with a 308 round at 200 yards, you are literally stacking rounds into the same hole. That's the 308 round. It drives nails, and for me, I drove nails with it. at that distance. Okay, let me tell you what I like. First is the legendary reliability. It's made literally to go into combat with. The gun is gonna run. Second, I like those iron sights. They fold down if you don't need them, and they're rock solid if you do. Third, I like that the stock folds in half. It's a help for packing into your range bag. And finally, I love how robust the entire platform is. The rails and the upper receiver are both beefy, and in your hands you really can feel the quality. Now, as far as shortcomings, or I'm gonna call them drawbacks, let me give you two. First, the SCAR is notorious for eating glass. So if you put on a cheap optic, kiss it goodbye, because the SCAR is gonna thump it into oblivion. So if you pick up a SCAR, do your homework, and when you pick up your glass, pick up something sturdy. And the other drawback is the price. Of course it is. No way around this one. It is high. And also keep in mind that magazines are high and the ammo right now is super high. So on this one, buy once, cry twice, maybe thrice. Overall, I had a great time with the SCAR-17. I was excited to finally get my hands on one, and I didn't just think that it lived up to the hype, it surpassed my expectations. Without putting too fine of a point on it, it's unlike any other rifle I've ever worked with. I genuinely love it, so for me, two huge thumbs up. Thanks for stopping by. On behalf of the entire Pew Pew Tactical team, I'm Johnny, and we'll see you soon.